Awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to come down here on, I'm just going to start in my module, and I'm going to choose, it's an assignment, and I'm going to create a new assignment. And I'm going to name it Cloud Practice, because we're just going to make a practice thing. Okay. And the thing that you have to have done before you put it on Canvas is you have to have your Google Doc made. So I'm going to go find a Google Doc that I can use. Of course, my Google Drive is being a brat. So I'm going to just pull up a worksheet. Of course, now I'm like not prepared. So I'm going to, okay, I've got one that I can use. So whatever you're going to, like if you have a worksheet, you need to make sure that it's in a doc form. It can't be a Word document. It can't be a JPEG or a PDF. I'm sorry. It has to be a Google Doc because this is a Google tool. So make your Google Doc first.
This is what we were discussing when we were saying from the Empowering Writers, saving that page as from a PDF to a Word doc and then input it on the Google Doc.
Yeah. And then always, like you can always choose, like if I open a Word document right here, I can open it with Google Docs, but a step that a lot of people forget
Make a copy.
Is not even to make a copy, but you can save it as a Google Doc. So once you open it as a Google Doc, then definitely save it as a Google Doc. And then what I do is I go get rid of the Microsoft Word one, even out of my drive, so I don't accidentally upload it. Because one teacher last year, when they started using Google Cloud, they were trying to upload a Word document, and then the kids can't write on it. So definitely make sure that you have it saved as a Google Doc so you don't grab the wrong one. So once you have your title of it right here, you're going to click into it and click Edit and set all of your, you can give directions if you want them to do something specific. But Google Cloud will give them some directions on, like, you can type in this form, make sure to submit it afterwards, like read the story.
Recap, apply the same tools that you learned yesterday from Ms. Mason's live lesson, using annotating and analyzing, and you're going to use your worksheet, which is embedded on your Canvas, and you can type directly on it, and then you say Google Cloud will give them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So type in your instructions and set your points. And then right here is where you're going to employ the Google Cloud. You're going to do, instead of no submission, you're going to use an external tool. So online is the text box or the media recording. On paper is literally just on paper. But external tool, and there are tons of external tools that you can use. Edpuzzle is one, Pear Deck, Flipgrid, all of those. And they embed and link up nicely with Canvas. But we're going to look for, click Find, and then you're going to go down here to where it says Google Docs Cloud Assignment. And you're going to click on that. What it's going to do is hook up with your Google Drive. And I'm going to choose a set of questions that I used last year. And you're gonna, so I just search for it. You don't have to pull it up. You don't have to find a link because it's connected. So once you find what you want, then you hit submit. And if you scroll down a little bit, you see it automatically loads that URL. Now you can choose to load in a new tab. I just noticed this the other day. And all it does is it automatically opens a tab with your Google Docs nice and big.
Okay.
I have a video that reminds kids how to submit, but it doesn't include the fact that they're already in a different tab. It just sort of, it's up to you. And I would play.
I'd probably best leave it right there, and then maybe on a live day if we do have it in the loaded tab, this is how you submit it.
Yeah. And I'll show you what it looks like, and you've seen it. Like it's real small on the Canvas tool, but or on the Canvas page, but there's a link where they can load it into a new page if they want. Okay. So they have a bigger workspace. Like Mr. Pennington hates Google Cloud because it's hard for the kids to see on the Chromebook. But you just have to teach them, like, if you need to see better, you can link it and open it in a new tab, and then just go back to the Canvas page to.
I'll probably create it, view it in student view. If it's too small, then I'll type in a note, hey, if you need to make it bigger, click this, and it will. Okay.
Yeah. And hopefully, the more people start to use it, the better it'll get. That kids get more used to it. It's just a lot of teachers don't know that this is even possible. Because
do I need to make it due? I know it's due on that day. Should I make it available?
Yeah, I mean, you can. I put the due date just so that it will, on that whatever due date you choose, that's when it'll show up in your Canvas gradebook, so you can start grading.
That's what I realized. I usually make it available for that day until I do grades.
Yeah. Now, I will say, if you put in a date on the until,
it will close it out.
It'll close it out. You can always reopen it, but it closes it out. So then if you have kids who are trying to get back in and do something that they missed the first time, it won't let them, and you have to go in and manually open it. You can choose available and then just choose not until.
Oh, cool. Okay. I thought you always had to have it.
I'm pretty sure you can do just one and not the other. I just do the due date because I hand click like when I publish something in the morning. Okay. And then you hit save. And so this is what it's going to pull up like for the kids. So it's always going to have this. And it'll tell the kids, like, this is it looks a little bit different. I'll pull it up in Student View. It looks a little bit different in Student View. And then the other thing that is a problem is that you can't really preview in Student View exactly what it's going to look like, because in layman's terms, it thinks that you're already in it. So it was like, you're not authorized for this.
If we type the instructions, does it just go on top of that?
Yes. Let me pull it up so you can see what it'll look like. There are some things you can see on it, but not everything. So in Student View, it's going to look like this.
Oh, read the story. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read the story, type in your answers, but see how it'll say like you can't see it because it's logged in. What it will look like, and let me, in just a minute, I'll show you it, because I can pull up one of Miss Jones's, because I'm a student in her class. Miss Jones puts me in as a student so that I can look at things and figure it out. But like right here, this little window is really small, but like this is where they would type their answer. And I show them, if you have a chance to show them, like, okay, so I typed this link right here. I teach kids anything in blue on Canvas is a live link. So if I click on this link, it'll put it in a new tab. And then notice it's got what I just typed on the Canvas page. It's right there, because Canvas and Google.
Out of that is still on the Google, on their Canvas course.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is their own personal copy, so they don't have to worry about someone changing something. I don't have to worry about them editing something. If I type something else, like Outler is awesome, then if I go back to look at it on Canvas, now it's here.
That's a great thing to know.
Right here, though, here's where kids get confused. And you can't see it on mine. But if I were to pull up one in Miss Jones's class, you could see it. But there's a submit button. So remember how on a regular Canvas assignment, they have to hit submit assignment to get the text box? and then they have to hit submit assignment at the end. Here's where kids get confused on Google Cloud. That submit button, you cannot hit it until you're absolutely through. Because what Google Cloud does is they take a picture of the document and send it to Canvas.
So if it's not complete before they submit, it'll be a partial.
Yes,
okay.
And so last year in the spring, and I'm going to guess even in my class this week, I'll get some blank documents, but last year in the spring it was really bad because they were used to a regular Canvas assignment where you have to hit submit to get the thing that you want. The text box.
So basically when they finish it, they just need to hit next.
No, they need to hit submit.
But it needs to be fully done.
Fully done. If they have to go back and fix something, they just have to hit submit again.
I got you.
Like they can submit it as many times as they want. They just need to make sure they're done before they submit.
Explain that in my instructions.
Yes.
Explain.
Yeah. And so like there are lots of really great things about Google Cloud, but some teachers get really frustrated because they submit it. And once I explained that, because Miss Jones was about to kill one of my kids last year because she kept submitting blank assignments. And finally I said, let me talk to her. And so I said, Ava, why are you submitting blank assignments? And she said, I'm not. I said, open your Google Drive. Because the other thing it does is it saves this copy in their Google Drive. Open your Google Drive. Go into shared with me. So she goes in. I'm like, you have all completed work. And she was like, yeah. Why are you not submitting that? And she was like, I did. I hit submit. When did you hit submit? Like to get the assignment. Oh, no. And so then I had to explain to her the difference between a Canvas assignment and a Google assignment, a Google Cloud assignment. And so once she understood that, but she was like, it won't submit. I just have to share it with Miss Jones to her Google Drive. And Miss Jones was like, I'm tired of searching in my Google Drive. So it was
what's kind of worse with it, if I see that you can make a page, explain everything before, hey, you're going to do a Google Cloud assignment today, type it in if you need to make a bigger link. So what I'm going to do, I'll make a page that explains that. And I'll also, on the assignment, will put it in before in the text. I'll put it as well.
Yeah.
And then hopefully them seeing it twice, they'll be, okay, if I need to make it bigger, hit the blue link.
Yeah.
Don't hit it until I'm fully done. It automatically saves.
Okay. And I have a video that I made last year showing students how to do it. I used an assignment from Miss Jones's class showing them how it's going to look, because when I'm a student in her class, then I get the Google Cloud assignment and I see the true student view.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you don't mind emailing it.
Yeah. I will email that to you. And the other positive, if Samoya will use this as a way to do her guided practice at the end of her lesson on Tuesday, then at least the kids who are in the live Zoom will have practiced the skill before they're doing it on their own on Wednesday.
And I will, luckily I have 30 periods, so I have her pretty early.
Yeah.
So even if she doesn't bring it up, if I mention it, I think I'll be like, hey, Miss Mason, make sure you say that with your 4th, 5th. We just emailed each other. She emailed me her story. So I'm going to email her back. I'll probably, when I come home tonight after everything, I'll probably start working on it.
Okay.
And I email her my story, and I'm going to tell her, hey, I'm going to use Google Cloud assignment. It was pretty easy. I'll put a page in my sandbox, so if you want to just run Ms. Nass' YouTube video real quick during your live session, you can do that.
Yeah.
Or if you want me to mention it to them, then we can just mention it to them.
Yeah, and I